What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're all doing well. Ladies and gents, bringing you the latest Scum tips and tricks, mainly for beginners. So if you are new to the game, then make sure to check out some of my playlists. This video will also be in a Scum beginners playlist. There is one video before this one, and you will notice that I'm in a different area as I lost my single player save for reasons. So I have got everything that I had in my first video, and we're going to be bringing this to the second video here. So nothing's really changed other than location right now. So what I'm actually going to do, ladies and gents, and if you want to know how to turn the HUD off like I am like there, it's the minus key on the numeric keypad, but we're going to keep that on for the moment. So we're going to get our axe and we are going to chop down some bushes for sticks, and I'll tell you why. So we're going to go into, if we press tab, we go into our inventory system, which is, or our crafting system at the very top. So if you look at the top here, you can see these different menus, or these notes rather, the slips, and you can see I'm in items in the category. Now what I would like to do is get an improvised quiver. Now to find out how to make that, you just click on this down here, which is details. So I need 5 rags, 1 long stick, and some rope. So that is what we're going to do right now. And if I cut this down here, we can do this. Now there's no puppets around right now, so I don't have to worry about those, thankfully, which is nice. Now I'm going to right click on the wooden stick because we need to make rope. So we're going to chop the sticks. I think it's 4 or 5 sticks to make a rope. So we're going to do this. Now I know this might be a little bit slow, ladies and gents, but I'm showing you real time on how to do this. Now if you go into items, scroll to the bottom, you'll find tree bark rope. Now you can add this to favorites if you remember to right click. So if you right click to add to favorites and then go to the star tab here, everything that you save will be in there, which is obviously what we did on the last video. So let's craft our rope here. And there's also another thing to note here, but I'm not going to do that right now because I need to have my clothes. I don't want to tear everything up into rags. But rag gloves here, as you can see, and rag shoes. We don't need the rag shoes right now because we have shoes. So what I'm going to do is we need to make 5 rags. So I'm going to cut up my boxer briefs. Then I'm going to cut up my socks as well. And hopefully this will give us 5 rags. And then we can make a improvised quiver. Because the most important thing very early on is you're going to be going around looting and collecting things. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be getting enough rags here. So I might have to chop up my undershirt. One of the most important things is being able to carry things. You want as much inventory space as possible, but inevitably this will also bring you down later on with exhaustion because you're carrying too much, etc. As you can imagine, if you're carrying so much, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. These rag gloves here, you don't need to make these straight away. It takes a long time to really damage your hands, but if you're not protecting your hands while you're doing actions like this, like chopping down bushes, chopping down trees, crafting stuff, you're going to inevitably, if you go to the health page down here, you're going to get something called hand abrasions, which means you're working too much without the protection, you know, the PPE, personal protective equipment, which is gloves would come under that, would be a part of that. So now that we've got 5 of those rags, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a look and see what I need. I need a long stick now. So if we just chop this stick down, this bush down, then we can do this. Now, and there we go. So now we can make the improvised quiver. Now we can only fit 12 arrows in here. So as you can see, we've made an improvised courier backpack to carry arrows. But we have an improvised quiver here that's going to give us a slot for 12, which you'll see right now. So on the left, I can now put 12 arrows in now, move those over, and I've got 3 slots spare. Now, if I was to make the animal skin quiver, this one here, this will give me 24 arrows, and a military quiver that we can find will give us 36. 3 sets of 12. So you have 12, 2 sets of 12, 3 sets of 12. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now that we've got that, as you can see, we've got improvised quiver, we've got our shoes as well. Now, at the bottom left-hand side of our trainers, and any equipment that we have, there's a percentage. See where my mouse cursor is? Look at the bottom right here. So you can see that we have a percentage down here. Now, if we don't use a sewing kit or whatever we need to repair, because some clothing needs different materials to repair, we'll go through this through the series. You can see that we are going to end up going to 0. And that is why in an emergency you have rag shoes, which is over here. So if you ever get into a situation, you can cut up some clothes, temporarily make some rag shoes. Otherwise, you're going to go in health there, and you're going to have foot abrasions, which is going to be no good for you. Okay, so we got some of the boring stuff out of the way. There we go. So now what we do, I'm going to go first person here. So now what we can do, we can go and loot the town. So if you're not near a town, obviously you're going to have to make your way somewhere. So we can now start looting around. So just tap F and that will loot whatever you're looking for. Now, as you can see, we have some denim shorts here. Now, we don't have to wear them. We can wear them if you want to. We'll give you 2 slots down here on the bottom left there. But inevitably, we want to get out of these oranges. Also, to change view is enter on the numeric keypad, ladies and gents, all right? If you want to go out of combat mode, so this is combat mode technically, press V. And there we go. You can see he's gone back into, like, you know, neutral mode, so to speak. So let's jump out the window. I'm not going to keep any doors open. So if you go through any buildings, guys, close doors behind you because you can track other players like this. So let's go in here. Let's get the HUD back up again, and let's get an arrow there. So let's continue searching. What we're looking for is a bag, right? So even though we do have a bag up here, improvised courier backpack, we're going to have a little look-see for clothing. Basically, we're looking for clothing. We need to get out of these oranges. Right, now we have a knife here, kitchen knife. That kitchen knife is going to be an absolute gem. So different utensils, so knives, axes, scissors, and stuff like that. If you're cutting up rags or something with the clothes, then you're going to get more rags out of certain items. Scissors give you the most, as far as I'm aware. Also looking for food. So we found some cheese, which is nice. Now, if you look on the bottom right-hand side of Richard's cheese, so you can see this here, it's 65%. The lower this is, the more it's going to give you, it's going to make you feel sick. I can't remember the term for it now. It's going to make you feel sick, basically. So if I eat that, so let's go to eat or go to health. And down here, it will give you, oh, that's right, food repulsion. So this isn't giving me food repulsion right now, which is great. So some food is a little bit moldier than others. But keep an eye on food repulsion, and that bar will increase and increase and increase. But make sure to press escape before the end. Otherwise, you will throw up. Also, I hope you guys are enjoying the audio, because I have fixed my audio from the last video, so it's going to be a huge difference with my audio there. Okay, so let's go outside here. Not much in there to look at. And we can just go and check out some of these other buildings. Obviously, if you're on a multiplayer server, just be careful, because obviously other players might be around, or the puppets. There's a diary there. We don't need a diary. That's not an issue. And in a place like this, you can find a lot of engineering stuff, including screwdrivers, or even fuel. Look. Right now, we don't need to worry about fuel. You have insulating rubber gloves here. So insulating rubber gloves will be beneficial for you when you're picking zappers, when you're picking lockpicks and doors that have electrical zappers on. And we got a screwdriver there. Nice. So we don't really need this. We're not really going to... In fact, I'm going to drop that. We don't really need that right now. We have a work helmet here that's used by construction workers. I'm going to take that just for the lows. We can take that. It's not an issue. And we'll make our way outside. So food, obviously we'll get to the cooking and stuff, guys. We'll get into all that. Now, there is a lake down there. Now, right now, obviously, in regards to Scum being an early access game, we don't have to boil water or anything. We can literally just find water sources, such as wells, lakes, even rivers in certain areas. You just do not want to, press M, you don't want to drink anything from the C0 sector, because that water is radiated, as that is a radiation. But we will get into that later on at some point. Like I said, this is going to be a long series, and I'm going to be giving out... Oh, what's that in there? I missed something. I'm going to be giving out tips and tricks along the way. Okay, there's a glass in there. We don't need that. And let's get out of here. So what I want to do... There's a car over here as well. It's a Leica. Look at the Leica. Look at the Leica, guys. So if you go over to the bonnet, you can see that there's nothing in there. Not even an engine. Okay, so that's pretty much useless. I mean, it's going to be near impossible to drag this to a trader. This is why mods is going to be absolutely amazing, because at one point we're going to be able to tow these, and that's what mods is going to bring. So very much looking forward to that, and there's a lot of modders waiting to come to the game. So this is a drill press. Again, we'll get into that later on when we're crafting things or anything we need to craft. Like, you can even use scrap metal now to craft. In fact, I could probably show you right now. If I just go outside, actually, I don't know if I can. I don't think there's any cars in this town to get scrap metal from. But you might be able to find some trash piles. What's this? Gloves. Is there any trash piles? Washing machine? No, nothing there at all. Okay. And I'm guessing there's nothing in here. This is single player, so there's obviously not going to be anything in there. So what we're going to do is scroll mouse wheel. So if you want to run, by the way, scroll mouse wheel. So you can increment your running like this. And we can check over here, actually, before we get to the lake. Like I said, this is going to be like probably like 10 to 12 minute videos. Because I don't want to do too much in one episode. But you're picking things up slowly but surely each episode that I do. So now if you're thirsty, so if you press tab, go over to your health, go over to your metabolism. Now you can see we are in the red up here. So you can see here, look, we are in 28% calories and 10% water. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and drink. And at the bottom left, you're going to see what you're putting into your stomach. And you're also going to see your stomach amount. So you can see as we're filling up our stomach, we're filling up with 27%, 455 milliliters of water. You can see here. Well, that's not actually full water because we do have some cheese in there as well. So let's get some more water here. So you can see the water here is starting to increase. The usage rate is increasing as well. Now, I know this looks very complicated, ladies and gents, but don't overthink this. This is a big issue with a lot of new players, overthinking the metabolism system. It is a phenomenal system, but you don't need to worry too much. Just make sure that your water and what you're eating is between 50 and 80, right, to sort of stay in the green. Because as you can see, these are red right now. And if you hold left control, so you can hold left control over everything, and it will tell you all about everything. So like, it's going to take a while, but have a little look-see and check all these out. So just left control over everything. And then you can sort of see what's going on here. So we don't need any more water now. That's going to do us. So I hope you got some tips from there, ladies and gents. We're going to make our way back this way. So we're going to head. We're going to go this way. Right now, I don't think I've even got a compass at all. I don't even have a compass, guys. We need to find a compass, or at least make one, which I can show you guys how. So we're going to continue our adventure within Scum on our next episode. So if you have any friends that are playing Scum, please introduce them to these videos, as I like to keep things very simple. That is the premise of these videos that I do, ladies and gents. Okay, so if you did like it, or if you think there's another way that I could portray, so to speak, these tutorials, these guides, then please let me know in the comment section and let me know what I can improve on, as I would like to make this a lot easier for you guys to understand. So stay safe, look after yourselves. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe if you got something out of this, and hit that like button. Thank you so much, and take care.